How can I effectively memorize physiology concepts? If you are wondering how to effectively memorize physiology concepts, you are not alone. Many students face this challenge, especially in the field of medicine. Let's break down some practical techniques that can help you master these concepts. First, start with the big picture. Understanding the overall function of a physiological system is essential. For instance, grasp how the cardiovascular system operates as a whole. Know how blood circulates and the main functions before diving into details like heart chambers or blood vessels. This approach creates a framework that makes it easier to recall specific information later. Next, break down and group information. Complex topics can be overwhelming, so divide them into smaller, manageable chunks. Think of physiology as a tree. The trunk represents the entire system, branches symbolize subsystems or major organs, and leaves are the finer details like cellular processes. Grouping related concepts helps your brain form connections and reduces overload. Using active recall and spaced repetition is another effective strategy. Instead of passively rereading notes, quiz yourself on key concepts regularly. Flashcards or practice questions can force your brain to retrieve information actively. This strengthens memory. Combine this with spaced repetition, which involves reviewing material at increasing intervals. This method helps transfer knowledge from short-term to long-term memory. Connecting structure to function is also vital. Focus on how anatomical structures perform their roles. For example, instead of just memorizing the names of heart valves, study how they control blood flow and why their function matters. Tracing processes step by step, like the flow of blood or nerve impulses, helps from logical sequences that are easier to remember. Applying mnemonics and visualization can make memorization more engaging. Create mnemonic devices, acronyms, or rhymes to remember complex sequences or lists. Visual aids such as diagrams, flowcharts, or concept maps can help by making abstract information concrete. Drawing structures or labeling diagrams reinforces memory through active participation. Teaching others or explaining concepts aloud can also be beneficial. When you explain physiological concepts to someone else or even to yourself, it reveals gaps in understanding and reinforces learning. Teaching forces you to organize your thoughts clearly and solidifies your grasp of the material. Regular review and repetition are key to memory improvement. Schedule frequent review sessions to revisit concepts you've learned. Repetition acts like exercise for your memory, helping to maintain and strengthen recall over time. Lastly, seek understanding rather than just memorization. Focus on comprehending how physiological systems interact and why processes occur. Understanding principles allows you to apply knowledge flexibly, enhancing retention and making study more meaningful. By combining these strategies, structuring information, actively recalling it, connecting concepts, using memory aids, teaching, and reviewing, you can memorize physiology concepts more effectively and retain them longer. This approach aligns well with effective study techniques tailored for specific subjects like physiology and medicine.